What's going on YouTube? Examples here coming at you with a brand new video, and today we are once again playing on Destiny. As you can see, we are currently in a loading screen. I've just played one game of Destiny and we're jumping into a game straight after, solely because it's a little bit easier for me to find a game this way than it would be for me to go out, go back in, etc, etc. So one thing I will state before we start playing is I am once again playing on my Hunter, but a lot of the stuff that I'm using on my Hunter compared to the last time you saw me has changed. None of the armor's really changed, but the weapons I'm now using my Hawk Saw rather than the medium multi-tool I think I was using in the last video. Or I think it was a bad juju. One of those two. I'm not using that, obviously. I'm using a Hawk Saw instead. I do have, obviously, the Red Death if I potentially wanted to use it, but I feel like the Hawk Saw is a better option for me. And I'm obviously using basically all legendary weapons at the moment. Armor's not really changed since the last time you've seen it, and I've also got a Crucible Reputation booster, which is basically a 2-hour booster for me, so it helps me with getting, I guess, reputation for the Crucible, obviously, but sometimes it can help getting gear as well. Now, last game I did have a 3 of coins like popped and being used in that particular game, solely because I wanted to see whether I could get an exotic engram at the end of it. Unfortunately even, I didn't, but I'm not going to burn one this time around because there's like a unwritten cooldown timer of about 5 minutes, I think, for the 3 of coins. So that's roughly the amount of time that it will take to play this particular game out. It probably will take a little bit longer than obviously 5 minutes, but it will be long enough for me to then use a 3 of coins the next game I play after this. And the reason I put on the Crucible Reputation booster is because I've been playing a lot of Destiny recently, and the fact that I've been playing a lot of Destiny means that I will be using that particular Crucible Reputation booster for the whole 2 hours, and then I have about 5 Vanguard Reputation boosters which I'll be using in the Siva Crisis Heroic Strikes to see if that can help me get some gear from there as well. So, in the future, be sure to look out for a few decrypting videos, I guess, just to show you guys what I ended up getting from the games that I have played. But let's focus up, let's play this game, and let's go from there. So one thing I will say with regards to Destiny is it is a game that I've been playing a lot of recently, and it will be a game that I'll be playing a lot of going forward as well. The reason behind this is because I have basically enjoyed playing Destiny a lot more than I used to, or not used to, but I have done in the past, and that has made me want to play the game a lot more. Plus, obviously, Destiny 2 is coming out around the corner in September, so I wanted to play as much Destiny as possible in preparation for that particular game to be launched at the end, or near the end of this particular year. And another thing I want to state before I kind of focus up and actually focus on the game at hand is, obviously you guys didn't see that many videos from me last week. I apologise. There's a few things that stopped me actually uploading, editing and rendering the videos. The first thing was the fact that Sony Vegas wasn't really playing ball with me. It was a game that, it was a program that decided, no, I'm not going to let you make videos, and therefore it has been a little bit harder for me to be able to produce content because Sony Vegas is my editing and rendering software, and that therefore means that if that's not working, I'm not going to be able to make the content I want to make for you guys to enjoy. Hence why there was no videos last week. Plus, I also wasn't the fact that I wasn't enjoying Destiny at that particular time. It was just the fact that at that particular moment, Destiny wasn't really working for me. So I had a bit of a break during that particular week. I'm now back. I'm now uploading content, and I'm enjoying playing the game once again. I honestly feel like playing this particular game on my own is one thing that kind of, I wouldn't say makes me not enjoy the game, but it just like hinders my experience or players' experiences, because obviously a lot of the things that you play or do in Destiny is a lot easier if you have a fire team, whether it be a full-time fire team of 6 or whether it be a fire team enough to play in the Crucible, like a 3v3 Crucible game type, or something like that. Like, the game is a lot easier to play and a lot more rewarding, in my personal opinion, if you actually play with a fire team rather than playing on your own. However, That being said, I have been enjoying playing this game on my own recently. I think that one of the main reasons that I wasn't enjoying it last week was because when I was trying to do the Crisis Heroic Strikes for the Siva Crisis Heroic Strikes to get like my gear and get some engrams and stuff, excuse me, I wasn't really getting the best of teammates. I wasn't getting people that have played that particular strike before, or I was just playing with teammates that don't really know what they're doing in the strikes. And therefore that obviously meant that it was a little bit harder for myself to actually get anything going, and at the end of the day I wasn't really enjoying it, so I wasn't going to bring you guys content of a game that I wasn't enjoying at that particular moment in time. Whereas now I am back on it, I'm back on the grind, I'm back playing a game, and I'm back enjoying the game. So hopefully going forward I can bring you guys a lot more content on this particular game, and I can hopefully be able to basically give you guys some hints and tips going into Destiny 2 of what to do and what not to do. My screen has currently gone black. There we go, it's come back. Don't know what happened there. My screen just decided to go completely and utterly black on me. I think what it is my HDMI cable that I've got currently plugged into my Xbox isn't the greatest, but then I say that, and every time I've played on my PS4 with exactly the same HDMI cable, there's no problem. So it might actually be my Xbox itself. But right now, we're not doing the greatest in this particular game. We're not having the greatest game in the world. But as you guys have probably seen, I think I've already said, I am back on my Hunter, which I feel like is now my second best class behind the Warlock. I don't know why I just haven't been able to get anything going with my Hunter recently. It's just been the case. I haven't been able to get as many kills as I guess I used to get, and that's solely because I think the playstyle of the Warlock fits my playstyle a little bit more than the Hunter does, and I also have put the likes of my medium multi-tool that I used to have on my Hunter and the other exotics that I've had them transferred from my Hunter, which is obviously what I used to play a lot on, now over to my Warlock, which I don't play too much on, but it is something that in the future I am going to be using a lot more. And me using that a lot more means that obviously it's a little bit more useful for me to transfer all of my good stuff, or my good gear, onto that particular character or guardian rather than my Hunter. Unfortunately, right there, I stopped people from getting the heavy ammo, but I got absolutely mobbed by the other team, so couldn't really do too much other than what I did. I stopped them getting the heavy ammo, which is the main thing. I really wanted the heavy ammo for myself, and I say that because with regards to the heavy ammo, I have a bounty on at the moment, which is to kill at least one other player with the heavy ammo or a heavy weapon. So that is why I really wanted the heavy weapon for myself, or the heavy ammo for myself, but unfortunately that was not the case, and I wasn't able to pick up any kills with my super there, which again is a little bit disappointing. I would have preferred to be able to get some sort of reward for using my super then, but unfortunately that is not the case, and I just get shat on by someone that actually has heavy weapon ammo there. So can't really complain too much. But at the same time, I got a kill after dying. I think that was the guy that I ended up shooting with, obviously, my Hawk Sword, which is what I've got out now, and he had the heavy. I think that's who I killed. But at the same time, I'm not 100% sure. I don't really understand what happened there. All I know is I killed someone according to the game, so I can't really complain too much, I guess. But at the same time, I kind of would like to know who I killed so I can take the credit for it a little bit more. But right now... Okay, I missed that. You can have my grenade, Sunshine. Let you sit in that for a little bit. Not the greatest with a sniper, I'm not going to lie, but I would like to try and get a little bit better with it. So therefore, I am going to keep it out. I am going to use it a little bit more. Run away from this guy with a golden gun, because I know he's only got three bits of ammo, or 3 bullets, that's the word. I was like, bits of ammo? That doesn't really make any sense, but obviously only 3 bullets is more to the point of what I was trying to get out there. Where the hell did I get... Did I get shot from over here? I did. Poke your head out again, boy. No? Okay, cool. I'm going to watch the mid. I'm watching mid of the map. Okay. I wanted to try and get at least one sniper kill. That's not going to be the case, but I will take the victory right there and I'll kill this guy right out of the game as well. So we do get another bounty finish. I think that's 3 out of the bounties that I've got on my Guardian finished now. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the one with heavy weapon ammo, but that is part and parcel of the game that I've just played. Didn't really have a chance. Well, I had a chance to get heavy ammo, but the whole of the other team were where I was going to be pushing, so it was a little bit more disappointing to not get that particular bounty done. But we get a 1.5 KD ratio, which is quite good considering that I used to only get under a 1 KD, or a 1 was my highest, so I'm pretty happy with the development I've had going forward with regards to this particular game. Now, I know I didn't have the most kills in that game, I didn't have the biggest KD ratio, etc, etc. However, it was an enjoyable game. It was a game that I did enjoy playing. I do prefer playing Clash, I'm not going to lie, but that's just me. I've always enjoyed playing the team deathmatch orientated game types when I'm not playing with other players. But when I play with other players, and if this game is turned into an esport, I know I'm going to have to play game types that aren't kill orientated, which is fine. I don't mind doing it as long as I'm playing with other people. But nevertheless, guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like, rating, and subscribe to the channel for more content. Links in the description down below will be to my Twitch and my Twitter. I don't really stream too much at the moment due to my internet, but when I do end up moving out and getting a better internet connection, fingers crossed, I will be streaming a lot more then. But nevertheless, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I shall see you in tomorrow's.